how many ultra-processed items are hanging out in your pantry. Did you even know they were ultra-processed foods, or did you think they were just processed? And what's the difference?
And there's an app for this?
I recently had a chat with a friend of mine, Linda, who is a registered dietitian and nutritionist, and she mentioned that 50% of people's caloric intake comes from ultra-processed foods. She also suggested I do a challenge of removing all ultra-processed foods from my diet. Easy peasy, right? Not so. When I got home, I Googled the difference between processed foods and ultra-processed foods, and oh my.
I have to give a big shout out to my friend Donna for setting me up with this app. You can just scan the product, it will tell you the rating, and then it'll give you better recommendations.
I had to be honest with myself and say that lately we had been consuming more ultra-processed foods than I would like to admit. And this challenge was going to actually have to be two challenges in one, because I would have to get my family involved and I would have to learn to make healthy, tasty alternatives that my family would enjoy. This wasn't going to be easy. According to the Heart and Stroke Foundation, processed foods are when ingredients such as oil, sugar, or salt are added to foods and then they are packaged. Ultra-processed foods, these go through multiple processes: extrusion, molding, milding, etc. They contain many added ingredients and are highly manipulated. I didn't want to set myself up for failure, so I started out by identifying two items in our pantry that I needed to get rid of. One was sweetened cereals, and the other, I wanted a bread alternative. After Googling lots of ideas for cereal alternatives, I actually finally asked AI to help me make a healthy granola. This all seemed really good, and I put it all together and mixed it and put it in the oven, and it smelled delicious. And even my son was saying, "Ma, are you making cookies?" That's when I realized AI might have added a little too much sugar. It was a little too sweet with the maple syrup and the honey. Next time, I will do half the proportion of sweetened honey and maple syrup. Other than that, I put it in a bowl, added some bananas, a little bit of milk, and fingers crossed, it worked. My son loved it. I did not film that because he had bedhead and he had just woken up. The second recipe I had found on the internet, I gotta tell you, it is awesome. 1 cup of cottage cheese, 2 or 3 eggs, and then you blend it with a little bit of salt. Poured it on a baking sheet, put it in the oven for 350 for half an hour, pulled it out, and I made a delicious sandwich. My husband and my son really liked it. That one was also 2 thumbs up. This challenge was the kick in the butt that I needed to get out of my cooking rut and to start cooking more whole foods. And with camping season winding down, now I can supplement my diet with microgreens. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.